Hello and welcome to this week's video for the Noah and Corbin Sucks Balls Fantasy League. I'm kind of making this one on the spot, and I don't really care to go over all the games, so I'm instead, since we're about halfway through the season, or actually a little more than half, going to go over the playoff picture. Currently, the standings in the Queers division are Kill Yourself Eli Manning, Gotta Catch Jamal, She Wants the Cox, The Champ, and I touched down there in that order. Kill Yourself Eli Manning and Gotta Catch Jamal are both 4 and 3, and they both have a pretty realistic chance of making the playoffs. For those that aren't familiar with our playoff system, we do have divisions, and most of the games are played within the division, so you'll play each of your division opponents twice, and the opposing division, each of them one time apiece. So if, for example, one division were to be drastically better than the other division, then that division's teams would have a really hard time making the playoffs, even though the playoffs are technically top 4 records all get in. I took a look at the points for, and I found that in the Queers division, the highest point total is Kill Yourself Eli Manning, Corbin's team, and they have 570. In the Rainbows division, which is my division, Britton Carter has 792, which is over 200 points more than Corbin has between the two division leaders. I also found that last place in our division, Michael, has 588 points, which is still more than the leader of the other division, which means that as far as points for, literally all 5 best teams in the whole freaking league are in my division, and the other bottom 5 are all over there thinking they're so good because they can beat up on each other. They're like the freaking Conference USA with East Carolina like destroying the other teams, and they're like, oh, we're so good. No, look, man, I'm in the SEC over here fighting with freaking Britton and Connor Washburn, Ben, who's like miraculously good for a first-year coach, and Michael is in last place, but he's got the 5th best team in the league. I don't understand, dude. My team's 3 and 4, even though I'm 4th in points for. But enough about me. Let's talk about everyone else, which is the real playoff picture. At the bottom of our projected bracket, we have I Touchdown there and the Champ, both at 1 and 6. And I don't know how Tyler's 1 and 6, man. He drafted well. He's a good head coach. He's just not delivering. So he's out unless he wins the next 6 games, in which case he still probably wouldn't make the playoffs. At this point, Tyler's just about done. Timmy also just about done. I give them each a 1% chance of making the postseason. There are 3 teams tied at 3 and 4. She Wants the Cox, Sam's Not a Ram, and Funfair Positive Fantasy. Out of those teams, I would give Noah probably a 5% chance of making the playoffs, just because he's got the 3rd lowest scoring in the league. Actually, that's a lie. That's a filthy lie. He's 6th best in scoring in the league, but still, his team's just not that good in my opinion. He's relying on Bishop Sankey. He needs AJ Green to come back. You never know when that'll be. Antonio Gates is going to fall off, I think. I don't know. I just don't have a lot of faith in that team. His best running back's Reggie Bush, and he's always hurt. Then he's got a whole bunch of average after that. He's starting Ryan Tannehill and Jay Cutler, which I don't have a lot of faith in Jay. Honestly, okay, look, his team has good players, but just personally, I don't like his players. So that's why I give Noah a 5% chance of making the playoffs. And that would be lower, except he plays in the crappiest division in the history of freaking fantasy. So, anyways, the other 3 and 4 teams are me and Michael. I give us both about a 10% chance of making it into the playoffs. We're at 3 and 4, but I have a game up against Omaha Manning, which who the heck is that? Connor. And the Lynch Mob, which is Ben. I have games against both of them, and if I win either of those 2 games, then I have a really good chance of passing them if I can just get a little streak going. Of course, the odds of that happening aren't that high, so I give myself a 10% chance. The same with Michael. After that, we have Gotta Catch Jamal and Kill Yourself Eli Manning, the leaders of the Conference USA. Oh, man. Yeah, I give them both probably 50% chance of making it in, just because all they have to do is pretty much beat each other. Or if either of Ben or Connor fail, then they'll just get right in without even really doing that much. So with a 4 and 3 record, they've got a good shot of making it. I give them both a 50% chance. Next, we have Connor Washburn and Ben at 5 and 2. Both of them have about a 75% chance of making the playoffs at this point. As long as they can hold it together and just win about half their games, they've guaranteed in. Unless they really collapse and lose a few clutch games, then they're going to make it. Britton Carter, leading the league in points scored by 120. I give him a 95% chance of making the playoffs, and just based on his scoring, he's got to be the favorite to win it all. Pretty much, as long as he just keeps doing what he's doing, he's going to get the 1 seed. He's going to get to play against some crappy person from Conference USA, and he's got a guaranteed spot in the championship game unless he just totally blows it. 95% chance of making the playoffs, 35% chance of winning the championship for Britton Carter. 6-1, he's been dominant all year, and I expect him to continue that. Anyways, this is a video. Corbin, you suck. Corbin, your conference sucks, and I'm really upset about it. Thanks for watching.